Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, this is a first impression video. It's not a review, okay? But you might want to take it as a partial maybe in a sense, but we will have a full review for you probably in about a week or two. But in the meantime, I got this in the mail today from Amazon. Now, it's a Mac compatible charger, okay? So it's not the real Apple thing, right? And I got this on Amazon.ca. I am in Canada after all. Anyways, so right now it's currently charging my 2007 or late 2007 white MacBook. I bought that thing for $5 at Value Village the other day, and of course, it didn't come with a charger, although I could have snagged one, but the guy ahead of me had a whole armful of chargers, and I'm like, man, if I was only there a couple minutes sooner, I could have had those and the laptop, and I wouldn't have to spend $33. Anyways, we're going to cut over to the Amazon website and we're going to talk to you about this charger a little bit because it's very important that you have the right appropriate charger for your MacBook, okay? Otherwise, you may have some experienced issues. All right, let's go do that. All right, guys, we're at the screenshot portion of this video. Now, keep in mind and remember, too, I did say, and I will state again, this is not a review. Okay, this is just my first impression. Review is yet to come. Let's torture this bugger first. Anyway, you will find mixed reviews on even the exact same charger, different sellers selling the same stuff. You will find different reviews. Now, some will be a lot more positive. Maybe you'll find some, like this one here has 19 ratings with an average of a 4-star. Now, 50% are 5. 26 are, 4-star. So, do some math here. 76% have experienced, little to no problems, right? 7% of people gave a 3-star. Nobody gave a 2-star. And one guy gave, 17% gave a 1-star. Because obviously they had some issues. Now, where are these issues evolving from? It could have been a defective product, which can and does happen a lot. We are a high mass production society. We have 8 billion people in the world to feed stuff to, for goodies or whatever, right? So mass production does cause more defects. I mean, prototypes are usually, a prototype that is mastered. It is perfectly fine. Now it can go to production because the team is happy that they're not going to have any issues. So thorough, rigorous testing is done on stuff before it goes to the production facilities for mass production. What happens in mass production is stuff goes wrong, and it does. Whether it's put together by a human or whether it's a machine or a combination of both, it can happen, right? Just the actual build quality of the circuits themselves. Not every circuit is equal, okay? Like, there's fudge room on everything. Now, I'm an electronics tech. I'm an Apple certified and PC certified tech. And I can tell you from my years of experience, and I've been into electronics itself since I was about 8 years old, 9 years old, okay? I'll tell you right now, I mean, you can take 2 resistors that are supposed to be exactly the same, and they aren't. And they won't read the same. Same as capacitors. There's fudge room, one to another. So you don't have, it's not a perfect science is what I'm trying to say. So, but the other problem is also human error, okay? This is a 60-watt power adapter. It's the L-type connector 60-watt, which has an aluminum shielding head on it. The white-headed ones are generally 85-watt, okay? So, now, if you order a 60-watt adapter and you need an 85, because most people go, oh, look, it's the same and same connector. Why would I pay more for one with, and they don't think, oh, wattage, hello, they didn't read specs. What's this thing really for? So they buy a 60-watt when they need an 85, and the device is trying to draw more than what the power supply can give it, and that's what's going to cook stuff. That's what's going to make it run super hot. That's key number 1. Key number 2 is maybe you did buy the right piece, but it's still, not the right product, right? I mean, you made a mistake, or, maybe you did get the right product. Maybe it's just a defective product. It happens, right? Defects happen. This is why I love shopping on Amazon too. because I get better deals on a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I have X amount of time to get a full refund if I'm really not happy, or I can just simply request a replacement. And they pay for the return shipping, and they ship out the new thing, right? So it's really good. Now, you do have a time window for refunds, obviously, but then you have your main covered warranties, right? I mean, even this product here, they give you a full 1-year limited warranty, but in that you get lifetime technical support forever till the day you die. Okay, you get free exchange within 90 days with them, and 12-month limited warranty. Okay, now of course they don't specify the Amazon portion of this for, you only get X amount of time for a full refund, but these guys will take care of you. You can deal directly with the seller, or you can just deal with Amazon and say, look, I need this exchanged, whatever. Or I want a refund because it's garbage, I'll go buy something different. Because people automatically think, oh, it's garbage. Well, no, it's not garbage. I mean, come on, let's look at some of these reviews really quick, okay? Because I think this is important. Now, we have one guy, charger received and not working. Okay, it can happen, obviously. This is one guy. Works great, good price. So the charger for my 2 vintage Mac laptops had stopped working, and this was a perfect solution. AKA vintage laptop, mine's 2007. It ain't vintage yet, okay? Get real, Apple people. Vintage is like, 20 plus years, okay? Anyways, whatever. Let's not argue today. So it fit his 2010 laptop perfectly. So it's an 11-year-old laptop, and has been charging immediately, no problem. Charging cable is flimsier than the original. I didn't really find it really flimsier myself, but everybody has their thing, right? But this guy seems like a bit of a good bloke. But I mainly charge at home, so it's not an issue. Perfect solution for my charging issues. Okay, cord, much too short. This guy, I don't know, left field, ignore him, and I'll tell you why. Cord is much, much too short. I should have paid for the overpriced Apple product. Prepare to be tethered close to your outlet. Disappointed with this purchase. Okay, look, not every real Apple power supply comes with that big long cable. You gotta buy it separate, okay? And that's what he's talking about, is there are Apple power supplies you can buy that come with the extra long cable with it, or for an extra $21 on Amazon, and as low as $17 I've seen, you can get the extra long cable. It's a generic one, but you can get that for even this charger and lengthen your power supply that way, okay? So, or you can shift your setup around to compensate to work with your limited space of lengths, okay? So it's kind of your thing, right? Now, the main cabling itself is really not that short. It's not any different really than the real Apple one. I've actually checked mine against my real Apple one, okay, with my mid-2012, and they're the same bloody length. So it's just the extra long main cable that clips in place of using that little tiny adapter that plugs the whole brick direct to the wall. That's the difference. I plugged into my laptop. 40 minutes later, the charger won't charge anymore. I think it was the most expensive charge I did for my Macbook. 88 cents a minute is not a good ratio, I guess. Correct, it's not a good ratio. Perhaps this guy, though, instead of buying the 85 watt, bought the 60. Or maybe he did get a bad charger. It can happen. Mine's been running for the last couple hours here already, recharging my late 2007. It's not even breaking a sweat. It's just very lightly warm to the touch, running the laptop and charging same time. So this has been my experience thus far. Buyer beware. The charger sparks when plugging into the outlet. Well, I would suggest getting one of those voltage testers for your wall sockets in your house and testing every one of them and making sure that the polarity is correctly wired for your house before you start jarging it down, blaming the charger. Now, if your polarity is correct, you can also do a voltage test. It could be you have more voltage coming through your outlet than what should be. So you may need a voltage conditioner installed on the line, okay, to also reduce some of that voltage, because our stuff only is going to accept so much voltage, and yeah, stuff can happen. But otherwise, it could very well be he got a defective one, all right? Nice product. It's almost like the original. Identical to the original Apple charger. It does get quite warm, though. it's going to get warm when you're trying to run the laptop at the same time. Now, if it's getting quite warm, okay, like warmer than a normal Apple charger would, then that could be also that the person bought too low a powered charger. And so the computer is trying to draw more than what the charger has. That will actually make things get really hot. I've done those experiments before, and that actually will cause that problem to happen. So it's quite possible he actually did buy the wrong charger for his MacBook. So, or he just got one that's just one of those defective things that it's working great, but it gets a little on the warm side. Okay. Now, when you're playing an intense video game on your computer, on your laptop, that's drawing a lot of extra processing power, a lot of extra voltage that, even a screensaver doesn't draw any extra real power from the computer. So the computer's not going to ask for much more from the power supply either, right? So even though we have a 60-watt power supply, the computer is not actually drawing that 60 watts full out, okay? Because it has to be able to supply power to run the computer and charge at the same time, but also having extra in case you start to play some high-end video games. Now, your video games can draw a little extra power, which is going to make things draw up to that 60-watt range. And when you're drawing a full 60-watt load continuously, that will make your charger also get warmer than normal circumstances. That can happen, all right? And it does happen. Anyways, so whatever. But make sure before you order any power supplies for your Apple products here, make sure that you're covered. I mean, you can check the A number on the back of your device. That will help. I actually, when I bought this one, I made sure that the numbers for the A series set here, I checked the battery physically on my 2007 because it just comes out. You just undo with a flat screwdriver or a coin. Whole battery pops right out. It's kind of really cool. And it has a number on there, and it matched this power supply for being adequately proper. And so that's how I knew that I can ignore the last detail of late 2009 because I have a late 2007, right? So because of that, I'm 2 years difference. They didn't list or account for the 2007 MacBook, which is the white one. They didn't account for that in their list of compatibles, but because the A numbers match, then I know I don't have to worry, and I'm a 60-watt load power supply is what I need. Okay, so you buy the appropriate power supply to meet your requirements or your needs. So anyway, that's what I got for you. $33.99. Plus tax, free shipping, of course. Especially if you're a Prime member, you'll definitely get free shipping. But some places just offer free shipping regardless of, you don't have to always be at that $35 range, right, with Amazon. But I am Prime, so I didn't have to pay shipping. I got it like super fast. It wasn't supposed to be here next week, and it came in today, and I'm like, sweet. Anyways, but $33.99 in tax, so like basically $40 tax in. And my experience thus far is actually quite good. In fact, the magnet on it, on the headpiece, is way stronger than the original Apple one that I've been using off my mid-2012 laptop. So, but anyway, so choose the right tip is another thing, right? L-style first generations, right? So these are suitable for models before 2012. If you have a higher wattage requirement, still be in an L tip, then you're going to need the 85-watt model, which will not have this aluminum type head. It'll likely have the white one because it's also going to be 85-watt. Either way, buy what you require. They also show you T-style is the second generation. Okay, there are a lot of devices from Apple with T-style. Don't order a T-style if you need an L, and don't order an L if you need the T. Now, that's how you do things, right? Now, you'll notice here under other things, right? I mean, I don't know why they're showing, buying three power supplies here for, $103, but whatever. Replacement Mac Pro charger, 60-watt L-tip adapter compatible with. Okay, now these are different compatibilities, obviously, because there's the different L-tips, I guess. Compatible MacBook Pro 60-watt L-type magnetic connector charge. These things all, the 85-watt T-type. So you've got the 60-watt, which is I have the 60 watt L type, and then you have the Mac Pro 60 watt L tip. What's the diff? 30 bucks? Let's click on it. It looks the same to me. Same as what I got. $30. Oh, there you go. Brand is different. Different seller as well. So $30. And same exact specifications. So no big deal. All frequently bought together. A new battery and some extra RAM. 160 bucks. How much RAM do they give us? 16 gig kit. Anyways, if you need more cable length though, guys, Apple Macbook charger extended cable. Maybe that'll get it. Voila, $13.99. That's all this guy needed, and he could stop crabbing. This is what you put on in place of the little tiny adapter that comes with your charger. Because if you look down below, frequently bought together, and here you would have, let's just open up a separate window here. Keep them both open. So this here is our charger. This is, it doesn't matter if it's 85 or 60 watt, the cable does the same. Okay, so now you see you got, this is your flip up with your normal plug on it. That's what you get. And you just flip the forks, away you go. So you pull that off, or don't install it. I actually had to install mine on. But install this instead. Even the real Apple one would just go and slide and lock right on. That's how closely they're built, identical. Okay, so, but for 14 bucks, that's all that guy had to do, and he wouldn't be crabbing about, oh, the cable's too short. Be prepared to be tethered really short. It's like, whatever, you know, like, stop whining and just go buy a $14 cable. I mean, seriously. Not all Mac power supplies, even the real Apple ones, will come with this extended cable with them. They don't all come with it. You have to get that separate. Or you can get it as a package deal. But anyways, that's the thing. I read complaints that are ridiculously not wise complaints, obviously. He could have bought $14 later, got the cable. No problems, and he wouldn't even have had a review that went bad. It would have been 4-star instead of 3, or it would have been 5-star instead of, you know. And it says right here, it works with power adapters, 45, 60, and 85 watt MagSafe adapters. It covers them all. Hey, congratulations. All right, on that note, guys, I'm loving this power supply so far. I will get back to you in about a week or so, let you know if it blew up, cooked, got way too hot, whatever. I'll let you know how things go, because we need to do some good hardcore testing. And that's exactly where we're going to do. And today I'm going to be starting to do some of that hardcore testing, because I'm going to my buddies to do some network games, hopefully. And also we have some laptop stuff to do with this thing, to load it up with a pile of video games that are compliant for this old dog. But anyway, I will be in touch soon. Probably in about a week, I will do the actual review on this. But in the meantime, if you do feel confident enough after listening to me talk about it, and you want to try one of these things out yourself, go for it. Just remember, you can get defective products. It can happen, but Amazon will take care of you. I've never had an issue yet with Amazon, you know, on anything that was either a bad product or not as described or what have you, okay? They have been fantastic. I'd rather deal with Amazon than eBay, but unfortunately you can't buy, you know, vintage Macs either on Amazon. It's too bad. Maybe they should start. Anyways, on that note, I'm out of here. See ya.